G'day mates, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm showing you how to get every mythic item in the game. So if you didn't know, in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2, they've added a bunch of mythic items. They drop on different bosses around the map. I'm going to show you where these bosses spawn, tips and tricks on how to eliminate them, and then how to get to the vault with the key you get afterwards, which, I mean, if you wanted the mythic items, wait till you see the vault as well. Seriously, if you can figure out these drops, you're going to leave stacked, and I guarantee if you walk off spawn, you're pretty much going to win every game. So I really hope you guys enjoy. If you did, please chuck a like on this video. Please subscribe for more content like this, and good luck in your games. Alright, next we're going to try and take down Brutus at the Grotto. This is to get you the mythic minigun. This one I do have a very good tip or trick for this one. So I find most people try to go into Grotto and they go straight down the giant hole at the top. It pretty much makes it an RNG fest. You're slowly falling in as everyone else is, and it's just a scramble to see who gets the guns. There's actually a really sneaky side entrance, which I'm going to show you in this video. The bus that I came from was a bit awkward, so I don't show it off as well as possible, but if you can fly around and take a low drop inside this side area and grab this first chest, he is almost always at these doors right here, or if not right at them, he's just inside them. So you get one gun, often no one's here, and then you can just quickly eliminate him and grab the minigun, which should be enough to knock out anyone else who's trying to contest you. But quite often they've jumped through the massive hole at the front. They're trying to fight their way in through like 20 henchmen and a whole bunch of other players. You can just sneak into the vault, grab all the loot, jump in the porta potty, and you're out of there. It's honestly possibly one of the easiest mythic items I think to pick up, especially for the minigun, which, I mean, if you've seen this thing, it is insane. It shoots faster than what it used to and does so much damage. So this one you can try and go in the conventional route, but I guarantee if you go in my way, you're going to have a way higher success rate. So the one item I'm almost positive you've heard about in the new update is the Infinite Grappler. So that is going to be dropping from Sky's Island. This drops the Mythic Scar and the Infinite Grappler. So this is possibly the best new POI on the map and the best mythic items you can get, but because that's also one of the hardest. So there's a couple of strategies when it comes to getting on this island. I've found that you can either go around to the right side into the mouth opening where you actually see the stone shark. That's a pretty good way to make your way inside. You can kill the henchman there. You can then break down the door or use the henchman to open the door, and that gives you good access into the building. The issue with Sky is she's not always in the same location. She can be in different areas around the building. So I found I actually like to fly over the top of the area, and if I can see where she is, I'll try and find the closest gun if no one's around and finish her quickly. Sky is luckily one of the ones that gives you some of the best items for eliminating her without even going to the vault. So if you eliminate her straight away, you're going to pick up the Mythic AR and you're going to pick up the Infinite Grappler as well as the key. So she's one of the ones, if you can get a gun and finish her quickly, the guns you get off her should be enough to keep you alive to fight off everyone else. Now, another thing to note about Sky's Island is the turret that spawns outside the vault room, the one that's going to sit on the roof, and the sentry turret that's going to do a lot of damage if you don't deal with it. There's two ways to deal with it. One way is just to break it. The other way is actually to break the power converter. So when I talked about coming in through that stone mouth, if you take a left there, in one of the rooms, there is actually a box which is hooked up to a power cord. If you break that, it's going to disable all the electronics in Sky's building. It won't open the vault, but it'll turn off that turret. It can sometimes be a good trick to keep in mind. I find it's easier just to actually run in there myself. Sometimes an enemy will do it for me, or if you get close enough to the turrets and you run around them and stand behind them, quite often they'll glitch out and won't shoot you at all. So just a tip. Also, you've got a Mythic AR, so you can just shoot and destroy it if you need to as well. Next up is Meowsaurus. I think I'm saying that right. So for this one, you're going to have to go to the yacht. This one is not really the hardest to do because normally not a lot of people are here. It's pretty far away from zone. It's a bit out of the way, but for what you get, the heavy AK is ridiculous. This is such a strong gun. The one reason that makes it quite hard though is actually Meowsaurus with this AR can do some serious damage. If he headshot dinks you, it does 80 damage. So be careful with this one. I found the best is just honestly to land on the front side of the boat, right where the point of the boat is. Try and get the first gun you can and make your way inside. If no one else drops here with you, this is a really, really easy one. If other people drop here, it's honestly your best bet to get down the bottom as fast as you can. It is that kind of gun where if someone gets it before you, they can do some serious damage. Also worth noting though, before you leave here, don't just leave with the heavy AK. I'd advise going up to the roof and making sure you get a suppressed sniper as well. With snipers dropping far less in the game, only getting them off henchmen, I would definitely grab one of these before you leave. The suppressed SMG can be pretty solid as well. So I think this is a really good drop. It's far away, but at the same time, there's a boat guaranteed at the front side as well. So if you get the boat at the front and you start jetting back down the coastline, I think this is definitely a mythic item to hunt for. Now, the agency. Possibly the most difficult. No, definitely the most difficult of the mythic items to get. So Midas drops the Mythic Drum Gun. If you want to get this, be my guest. I don't think it's worth it. If you drop on this island, you're going to be contesting with about 30 other people just to get this drum gun, and I really don't think it's that good. If anything, I believe it's one of the worst of the mythic items, but here's how to do it if you do want to do it. The hardest part is he can spawn almost anywhere in this building. So not only are you contesting with 30 different people, you have to try and find a way into this building where you don't run into anyone else. I find the vents is the easiest way to do that, but if you go through a vent and he's not there, it can be a little bit trickier, but you're gonna have to deal with that one on your own. Unfortunately, I have no tips to try and figure out exactly where he is in the building and find him every single time. The vault loot is insane, same as all the vaults, but I think for how much you have to contest this drop, it's not worth it. But if you want to give it a go, be my guest. It's a lot of fun, and it took me a few hours to get this one. I really hope you appreciate this footage. This took me so many tries to beat this guy, so if you haven't already chucked a like on the video, please do. Now we're going to take on TNTina at the rig. So this is the oil rig, which is just to the southeast of Slurpee. So this one is a little bit different. I do have a tip for this one again. I would probably advise flying pretty high. Make sure you're not too low. Head for the number 3 building, which is the one I land on in this video. From here, you can quite often see where TNTina is. She's not always on the top. Sometimes she's hanging around, but this is where I found most likely to see her. If no one drops here around you, because she only has the boom bow, you can pretty much get any ranged weapon from this building, stand on the roof, and just take her out. Like, this is one of the easiest ones to get. As far as getting the vault, you do have to go down a little bit out of the way. I don't think it's too far away. It's actually one of the ones that's better because you can get to it from the outside. So overall, if you really like the boom bow, it's arguable how strong this item is. I really like it. I find a lot of fun. This is definitely one of the mythics I'm going to be dropping on a lot because I can get the boom bow easily. I can see it from above, and then I can get down to the vault from the outside. I don't have to run through 1,000 different rooms and just get killed by someone waiting there for me with a right-hand peek. So I think TNT is one to go for. Get yourself the boom bow, build a 1x1 in the middle of the map, and just destroy people from range. I think it's a great mythic to try and go for. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that helped you. I couldn't find any comprehensive guide on all the mythic items, so I hope this achieved that for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I always read them. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Is there anything you want me to cover? I'm going to be making way more YouTube videos in the future now, especially covering content like this, guides, tutorials, that kind of thing, now that we have some new content in Chapter 2. So thank you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Make sure you put post notifications on so you can see when I post my videos, and yeah, have a good night.